Speaking of legends, I remember when I came here to the Bay Area to play college baseball, one of the honors obviously was getting to play all the great teams. And one of the great teams, and this is going back to the early 90s, was Stanford. Marquess was a legend, still is a legend to this day. And when you got to play against Stanford, you knew you were playing against some of the best players in the country. One of the things that I'm most proud of, my career was terrible. I'm not going to kid you, I wasn't very good. Once again, it's Kunis's fault he left when he made that promise to me. But one of the things that I did do, and I can always hang my hat on, and Coach Ferraro always remembers, is that one day I showed up big and I beat Stanford at Sunken Diamond when they are number 2 in the country. And that is something that I've always, everybody who plays against them, you don't forget it, because that's what it means. It's a standard, it's an excellence of Stanford baseball. When we were talking about Coach Esker earlier, was it 19 times in the College World Series? That's playing for the national championship 19 times. If a football program did that, well, you go Alabama or it's USC. I mean, that's how the program that they built at Stanford and they continue to have it is pretty amazing. So to have the Lifetime Achievement Award named after you, Coach, well deserved because of who you are and the program that you built. And it was always an honor for everybody to compete against you. And I know the man that, like I said earlier tonight, there's a lot of players here that played for him a long time ago in junior college who are here tonight. And you don't think about his career at Cal Poly and at Kansas, but this is my first time meeting him, but I've known so much about him from all the guys that I played with that we had from Anza, who had nothing but the greatest things to say about him. And so many of his former players are here. It speaks volumes, the success that he had. And to get this award, I mean, put it this way, he's come from Cancun to receive this award. He showed up. His family's in Cancun. He's going back to Cancun tomorrow. But he came all the way from Cancun to get this award because it's like a crowning achievement on your great career. And the one thing that I know about him is the relationships that he's had with his players. It's beyond winning. It's relationships that he has still to this day. And that's what makes a great coach. That's what makes a great teacher. And that's why you get an award like this, Coach Price. Thank you, sir.
First off, let me just say I'm truly humbled to be here tonight. My wife, wish she could have came here, but she's in Cancun with my boys. This is the week of our family vacation, so unfortunately she stayed in the sunshine and the warm weather. Okay. I would like to say one of the great things about coming home, and I consider my 8 years at the Anza College home. It's where I learned how to coach. It's where my boys were born at Stanford Hospital. I grew up watching Coach Marquess coach his teams at Stanford. I consider him a great mentor. I watched Coach Ferraro's teams play at San Jose State, and one of the 2 greatest compliments in the history of the college baseball is the Citadel going to the College World Series and San Jose State going to the College World Series under Coach Ferraro. That's, in my opinion, one of the 2 greatest things that's happened in our game. And then the legend, Coach Marquess. I had a chance to coach Team USA in 2008 with Strasburg and Minor and Lake, and we were the first college team to go undefeated in the summer and win 2 gold medals. Coach Marquess coached college players and won the gold medal in 1988, I believe it was, at Stanford, along with his national championships, and it's the way he went about it. I came here tonight with a humble heart to think that I was going to win an award that was named after Marquess and be in a room with so many of my ex-players that literally this whole thing's about relationships. One of the young men came up here today and asked me for a piece of advice. There's only one piece of advice I'd give any young man who wants to play this great game. Chase your dream. Chase your dream every day. Live in the cages. Play year-round. Grind. If you learn how to grind, you'll be the best player you could possibly be, but have fun every day. Because as my oldest son said on his senior speech at the University of Kansas his senior year, we won our first championship in 52 years. Most of you might know we're a basketball school. 52 years without a championship. That's pretty, there's some lousy baseball being played in 50 years. All right? But his speech on that senior night with those 13 seniors, when they won 42 games and we went to our first regional, we won the Big 12 tournament, we beat 4 teams in a row, 4 straight days, ranked in the top 15 in the country. If you chase your dream, one day you'll get to live it. I got to live my dream because this game's about relationships. I grew up in a baseball family. I wanted to play professional baseball. When I was done, I wanted to coach. But I wanted to try to build relationships with players because this is a player's game. And I'm so honored to be here tonight with 2 mentors that I consider 2 of the greatest coaches in the history of our game. I want to mention 3 special people for me at the Anza College, if I might, that we lost in the last couple of years. First off is Ivan Vajota, who helped me run the Fitzu Cubs. He ran the Fujitsu Expos collegiate team. Coach Esker played for him in the summer when he was backing up at Stanford. The next year he's starting at Stanford. He wins a national championship with Coach Marquess. Summer baseball is huge in the development of college players. So I want to acknowledge the impact he made on my program at the Anza College with me. And then my good friend, Coach Cowboy, he was a coach at Foothill College. He was my older brother. And he came and helped me coach my last 3 or 4 years at the Anza College. And then my mentor, Eddie Bursu. Sandy mentioned it tonight. He started the baseball program at the Anza College. He was a backup shortstop on the '68 Cardinal World Championship team. Walked off the World Series championship ring, opened the college at the Anza College where he coached for 18 years. And after a 12-year baseball career, not one time did he criticize anything I did in the 8 years I was there. And we lost him a couple months ago. Great man, great baseball player. So I want to thank those people for the contributions they made to the Anza baseball during my time. I'm going to ask one gentleman to come up here real quick, and he needs to come up. Jim Hippill started this 35 years ago. And I was on this committee for 8 years when I was at the Anza, and he was the baseball coach at Homestead High School. We all know how expensive baseball is to play. For all the little kids that are in the room, how expensive our game is to play to chase your dream. Fundraising is huge now. But he started this banquet to help fundraise for youth baseball in our area. And Mr. Obenauer, Dave Obenauer. Mr. Cooper. This man right here, Dr. Bob DeHart, when he started the Anza College, said he could run for mayor of Cupertino. He'd win in a landslide, okay? 38 years he's been on this committee. And if you've ever been to the Anza College, when I went to Cal Poly, everywhere I went, 18 sports, 500 athletes a year, 30 years as a trainer at the Anza College. How's Obi? How's Obi? I go to the University of Kansas. It snowed 11 inches yesterday at KU, by the way, yesterday. It's my 2nd day. I've been glad I've been retired, okay? Everywhere I go, Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Florida State. Hey, how's Obi? The guy's a friggin' legend, okay? Thank you, Scott. This is my older brother right here, Dave Obenauer. And in closing, if I could, I'm a player's guy. I coach this game to help players chase their dream, help them hopefully get a chance to live their dream if they have that God-given talent to do so. It has been an honor to coach for the last 44 years. If you played for me, if you coach with me like Coach Kunis did over there, and I saw Robert Vajota earlier, or your son played for me, could you please stand for me? Would you mind, please? Everybody that played for me, or your parents played here. Mary Nakama, Sister Mary, stand up there. Her son David was my assistant coach. Gentlemen, I love you boys.